Okay, this is a special meeting of the Mill Hill School Building Committee being held on August 13th, 2020 at 6 p.m. on a teleconference call. My name is Tom Quinn, and I am the chairperson for this committee. Okay, we will start now with the agenda, starting with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States.
United States of
America, to the republic,
America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Past meeting minutes, ignore that. We don't do that on a special meeting. Number 3, approval of invoices. We only have one.
Correct. For the advertisement for the going out to bid for the initial bid packages in the total of $948.60 to Hearst Media.
That must have been Jason. I need a motion to approve.
I will make a motion to approve. This is Jason.
Okay, seconded?
Second.
Heather?
Yep.
Second. This is pro forma. We have to post it in the newspaper. And Charles has been kind enough to find a newspaper with the least cost. And so it's $948.60. I recommend that we pass it. Do we have any other comments from the committee?
I reluctantly agree. We pass it.
Yes. Thank you, Jason. Okay. I'll call for a vote. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Opposed? It passes. Approval of the number 4, Silver Petroselli's contract through construction. Okay,
Yes.
Mark, you can take it.
Yes, this was in your packet, sent out last night. This is their current PO runs through the construction document phase. So this would increase their contract for the bid phase and the construction administration of the project in a total of $245,878.01.
It's within our budget and everything?
It is correct. It is part of the budget, yes.
All right, so this
it
is
is
all
just a matter of increasing their PO.
Okay.
Okay. Do I have a motion to approve first?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay,
Jason.
second?
Yep, second. Heather.
Okay, Heather. Okay, discussion. Anybody questions, comments? This is in line with the contract that
Yes.
we have with the architect.
Correct.
Yes, so I don't know what else to tell you about it.
Yep.
Yeah. Anybody else? Comments? Not hearing any. I'll call for a vote. All in favor say aye, please.
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Number 5, and that's the hazmat Woodard and Curran through Silver Petroselli, and that's a total of $126.6, and that's for the hazardous material abatement monitoring, verification, and so forth through Woodard and Curran. Anything
Correct.
else you want to add to that, Mark?
And that is, they got together with Gil Bain early on and figured out what the schedule was. And coming from Holland Hill and Riverfield as examples, they put this is hopefully encompasses the whole project. Again, if things change and the number of monitoring days changes, they only bill for what they use. And if they are starting to become get to the limit of what we have approved, they will come back and seek additional funds.
Yeah. Obviously, to me, this is very near and dear. Any remediation of PCBs, asbestos is de rigueur. We must do it, and these guys are pretty good in seeking him out. Can I have a motion to approve, please?
I'll make a motion to approve, Jason.
I'm sorry. Can I just ask a question about that? Is this the one? I'm trying to find the document. I'm clicking around on my computer. I know that was sent out yesterday, and I read it yesterday. There was a
second first, Norm. So then we
I'm sorry?
Discussion. Let me get a second first.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I have a second on this, please. The motion to
Norm, you can second it.
Well, I have a question first. So why doesn't somebody else second it, and then I'll ask my question, and then we can vote on it.
Yeah, okay, so seconded, Heather.
Okay, fine. Okay, Norm, what's your question?
Well, when I did the side-by-side comparison, and this may be a different document, I may be confused about this, but there was a side-by-side comparison of the quotes that were only off by a very small amount, but the line items were significantly different, and I didn't know if there was any value to us.
You're talking about the materials testing.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay, I apologize.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, you're talking about materials testing, TestCon. Yeah, no, this is the remediation. There's no side-by-side.
Okay. All right, my bad. I apologize. I can't find that document right now.
Yeah, no problem. Anybody else, any comments? Okay, this is all within the building, correct? Mark, this has nothing to do with the file, right?
Or the underground storage tank.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Any other comments on this? Not having it, I'll hold a vote. All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Okay. Number 6, and that is a proposal, for materials testing. Mark, you want to talk to this one?
Yes. We went to the state contract. We got 2 proposals back, one from TestCon, one from Tri-State. We asked for unit prices for the items on the proposal form, which were provided by both. Then we went back to Holland Hill and looked at the number of visits that the materials testing company provided for Holland Hill, which is similar, phased with new construction. We took those and then we added, basically, if you look at either Tri-State or TestCons, then we took the full day visits and the number of tests per, and we just multiplied simple math, number of visits per the full day. We came out with an amount. They are very similar all the way down through soils, concrete, masonry, and steel. The biggest difference, actually, Tri-State is lower on those basically 5 categories. The big difference was when we got into the air vapor barrier and the dynamic testing of the glazing is where TestCon's unit rate was cheaper, and that is what swayed them from being the high to the low. And so I would, based on the unit cost and the number of visits that we've expended at Holland Hill, I would recommend going with TestCon, which is approximately $7,000 less than Tri-State.
Okay, before we open up to comments from the committee, can I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay. I have a second.
Yep, seconded, Heather.
Okay. Now we'll open for comments. Norm, did you want to comment on this one?
Yeah, I found that document. I was able to follow when you were speaking. So is it just a rate difference for the two different functions, or does one company feel that it's going to take more work? Or that's what I don't understand, why there would be such a giant difference when they're so close all the way around.
It is a strict unit rate difference. I believe Tri-State goes out to a second party testing agency to do it. I believe TestCon does it in-house. That's why they can offer
that'll make a difference.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll do it and make a difference right away.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep. Okay. So TestCon is the recommended one. Before we vote on this, though, Gerald, you on the line? Gerald
was.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, okay. Any comments or thoughts on this one, Gerald?
No comments.
Okay. All right, then I'll call for a vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
I hate to be a pain. Sorry.
I'm sorry?
I hate to be a pain in the butt, but who made the motion?
I made the motion and Heather seconded.
Yes.
Perfect.
You're not a pain, Mark. Not publicly, anyways.
Opinion.
You haven't asked the right person.
Project update. Katie, are you on the line?
I am here. So we last met, we are finally mobilized. So over this week, the week of 8/10, we Best Bet, the demolition contractor, has been on site, and the old music portables are demoed. So demolition is on its way moving forward. Starting next week, we'll be in the road connecting to the town's sanitary sewer line. This is important so that we're able to complete this work before school starts back, so we're able to not impact the parking lot for the school season. Also starting next week, we will work on the excavation on the east side of the building. This is where the new music classrooms are going to be, what we call Area B. And again, we also have another push on this to make sure that we have the excavation. So prior to the concrete footings, the goal is to have that completed before school starts as well, because there's some rock in that area. So we're full steam ahead on that. On the west side of the building, we've been working with the town of Fairfield, Brian, as well as intermediaries through the Connecticut DEP to work on workaround solutions to deal with contaminated soil, and due to some impacts with the consent decree of making sure that those soils now are not able to be removed currently as originally planned. Tom and Mark, do you want me to discuss the potential change order right now, or save that for another item?
That's another item. But when you're talking about the contaminated soil from the Fairfield pile, we're still waiting for the town. I know they're in negotiations for a consent order with the Connecticut Deep. Meanwhile, though, for us to proceed, we need to cover the Fairfield pile, and it was approved by the Connecticut Deep for us to cover it with a film covered with 6 inches of stone, so that we can go on with the rest of the project on that side of it. You want to talk more about that, Drew or Katie?
Go ahead, Drew.
I think I put him to sleep.
All right, I'm going to keep going. So to explain what the workaround is so where the Fairfield pile is underneath the concrete sidewalk that leads from the school to the playground. What we will do is the plan is to put filter fabric over it and then 6 inches of crushed stone. What this allows is for the contaminated soil to not be impacted as we're dealing with construction equipment going over it. Earlier plan would have been to remove this soil this summer into the early fall so that we wouldn't have had to deal with a workaround. We have gone and received some change order pricing for that scope in order to keep moving forward with construction, as this is where the laydown area is for material and equipment coming on site.
Yeah,
with the change order.
Unfortunately, we have to do this. It's like an encapsulation, basically, is what we're talking about, so that we can go on with our construction scheduling and remove it next summer. The unfortunate part is that it will cost us in the neighborhood of $150,000, which we can cover, by the way, from our contingency. Also, I will be looking for conversations with the town to see how much of that they're going to pick up. But irregardless of who pays the bill, it has to be done.
Yeah, Tom, can you explain what the delay was on that again? Why it wasn't done?
Why what wasn't done?
Why wasn't it removed over the summer into the late fall?
Because we can't remove it yet. And so we sign a consent decree with the Connecticut Deep Department of Environmental, whatever.
It's negotiations back and forth between the town of Fairfield and the Connecticut DEP. As far as until those legal negotiations are worked out, we're not allowed to touch the pile.
Got it. Okay. Thank you, Katie.
Okay. All right. But that's, in a nutshell.
Mm-hmm.
So, unfortunately, it is what it is, but it's not a fun thing. Now, what I have asked Drew this afternoon to look at whether we needed 6 inches of gravel or 4 inches of gravel, because the only really the change would be in the amount of mud that might be created because of the 2 inches. But he's going to look into that. But right now, it's going to be about $150,000. Now, so we all know it's an ATP, of which it means authorization to proceed. We cannot vote on that tonight because it wasn't on the agenda. But what I'd like is get a sense of the committee, whether or not they'll feel positive about approving it at the next meeting, so we can go on from here. So I'll take how you feel. Jason, you want to talk to it?
I'm sorry. Me? What? Say that again. I lost somebody.
Okay, Jason, will you be in favor of this when we bring it up to a vote, do you think? Okay. Heather?
Yes, sorry.
Heather?
Yep, no questions.
Okay. Norm?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. There's no way I think of that we can approve it tonight. But I'll ask Gerald. Gerald, what's your advice?
On the gravel component, you're saying the covering part?
Yeah. We don't have it on the agenda.
Yeah, oh, right. So so you can't act on it.
Yeah.
We cannot.
I can't act on it.
Cannot act on it.
Right. But I can get a sense of the committee.
Correct.
What
yes.
I just did.
Right.
Yes.
So our next meeting we can approve it.
Correct.
Okay. I just want to be sure. Okay. So I have a sense of the committee that we will approve it. And you've got, is that what you need on that, Katie?
Yep, that's enough to give us some guidance in order to keep the project moving forward. Thank you.
Good.
Yeah, nothing we can do, really.
No.
No, nothing at all. Has to be done.
Yep.
Mark, what else you got for progress and project update?
That is about it. I mean, we're starting, like Katie said, they're finally mobilized. Well, finally, through all the hurdles that the committee has jumped through to get to construction, we're finally got people on site doing construction of the school.
Okay, I visited the site this morning, and a lot of trees went down. The portable went down. It's gone. People were working all over the site. After about 16 months, it's a pleasure to see all that happening.
Yeah. I had a question about the trees that have yellow tape around them. Are those indications that they're staying, or are those trees
staying.
that will... Yeah, okay.
Staying. No, yellow tape means they're all staying. Okay?
And Tom, who did we use? Did we use remind me, who did we use to do the tree clearing?
The tree what?
Clearing.
The cleaning? Oh, the clearing.
Yes.
A company? I don't know.
It was a subcontractor to Colo Sale.
Sorry, Mark. It's a little bit hard for me to hear you. Say it one more time.
Yeah, it was a sub to the site contractor Colo Sale.
Got it. Thank you.
My understanding, by the way, I talked to Ballantoni, and he said, Tom, you wouldn't believe it. They had equipment there that could take a 38-inch tree trunk, and 38-foot high, pick it up, cut it at the same time, and feed it into a chipper.
Yeah, I happened to be walking my dog when they were on the far side, not the front of the school, but the side of the school, and that machine was pretty impressive.
That's what he said. He was impressed.
Yeah.
But, any other updates from the committee? How about public comment? Comments only, no questions, but any comments would be welcome.
Tom, this is from the public?
Yep. What's that?
No, this is Gerald Foley, just with a comment. You might want to mention item number 7 on your agenda.
Okay, I'm sorry, that was my fault. We have removed that from the agenda. We got the word late this afternoon. They found a workaround, so they didn't need to spend the money.
Oh, good.
Which is good. Thank you, Gerald.
You're welcome, Tom.
Okay. All right. Any other comments? Not hearing any. I'll make one personal note of privilege right now. I talked to Harry Ackley's wife, and Harry is withstanding both the chemo and the radiation extremely well. The biggest issue they have, Frank is a very big man, as we all know, and he has no way of being able to get up out of bed yet. He is extremely weak, and that's holding him back from progressing and getting out of the hospital. Hopefully he'll be out. His wife is hoping that he'll be home by September 2nd, which is his birthday, but realistically I don't think that's going to happen. But please, any cards and thoughts that you could have, send them to Harry. I know he appreciates them. So, not hearing that, I'll the motion for adjournment from someone.
Yep, motion to adjourn in honor of Harry.
That's what I was going to say. There you go.
Thank you, Heather. Second?
I'll second it.
All right. Thank you, Jason. Thank you all. I appreciate all your patience. And have a nice weekend.
Yep. Thank you, Tom. Thank you,
everybody.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Bye.